I can't believe Christmas is tomorrow. I mean, everything looks differently this year, but I really miss being at church and not being there for Christmas Eve. I know that we're keeping everyone safe, but I just wonder, how can I celebrate Christmas Eve at home? Maybe there's someone who can help me with this. I think I know.
Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's, kind of busy, but good.
Are you getting ready for Christmas?
We are. Yep. I've got pretty much the presents I'm done shopping and just got to wrap them. And the house is pretty much decorated. And yeah, I think we're good. You?
Yeah, I'm getting ready for Christmas, but I've been pretty sad about not being able to be at the church.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It is hard to not be with everybody right now. And it just feels different. It's really different this year.
It does feel different. I know we're keeping everyone safe, but I was wondering if there are ways that I can celebrate Christmas from home. Do you have any ideas?
Well, we always decorate. I think a lot of people do that and use candles and the Christmas tree and put up their decorations. And, one of the decorations that we put up every year is what is called a nativity.
A nativity? I think I've heard of that before. What is it?
Well, the nativity is something that is used to tell the Christmas story. And so it has like the characters of the story. And I actually have one close by. I can show it to you.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
So I just have a little one that I used to let my kids play with. And the whole story takes place in a stable or a barn where the animals would live. So this is just a little example. So that would be the barn or the stable. And then this nativity has the characters. So this is kind of what they look like. The little characters that would be like the king and the wise men and the shepherds, all the characters of the story. I also have one from Guatemala that I really like. That was a gift. So nativities can look different. I bet if we went around and looked at all the different nativities, we would see so many differences in what they look like and their sizes and shapes. But those are just a couple that I put out this year. So when I put out the nativity, and it just reminds me of the story, and I start thinking about all the characters, I really like Mary. I think she's probably my favorite part of the nativity story. And so I really like this one too, because I just love the colors of it and how she's like holding baby Jesus. And the story of Mary, she's so brave and what she did and just what she went through. And I can't imagine being so young and having God ask you to do that. And she was just great. I could tell you the story, actually. I could read it to you if you want.
Yeah, I would love to know who Mary is. Can you tell me about her?
Yeah, so I actually found this book, and I can read it to you. I'll try to show you the pictures. Maybe you'll be able to see it a little bit. But so this is when the angel comes and talks to Mary. So Mary was a young girl living in the village of Nazareth. She was engaged to marry Joseph. One day, the angel Gabriel came to her saying, "Peace be with you, Mary. God has chosen you for something wonderful." Mary couldn't believe her ears. Me? God chose me? Mary trembled with fear. What could the angel mean? There must be some mistake, she said. Don't be frightened, Gabriel said. You are going to have a baby boy. You'll name him Jesus. You must be joking, Mary cried. I'm not even married yet. Gabriel smiled. Don't worry, Mary. God will send his Holy Spirit to be with you. Your child will be called the Son of God. Everyone will look on him with wonder. He will be the king over all the world forever and ever. Mary was amazed. She was going to bring God's Son into the world. Then the angel left, and Mary was filled with joy, and her heart sang. I think that's my favorite part. God is good, she said. He remembers the poor and the hungry. He has not forgotten Abraham and Sarah and their descendants. And now I will share in his plan. I will be the mother of Jesus. I wonder what it was like for Mary. I mean, I wonder what she told her parents or her best friend. I wonder if she was scared. I wonder if she cried or if she laughed or just what she felt during all of that to think about God using her. It's a pretty amazing story.
Wow, Mary sounds so brave and courageous.
I agree. She was very brave and courageous. But that's not the whole story. There's more to the story, and there's more characters to learn about and talk about.
I wonder if I can make my own nativity and my own Mary.
Yeah, I bet you could. Nativities look different, so I bet you could make some out of some stuff you have around the house.
Yeah, I don't have anything that looks quite like yours, but let me go see what I can find. Does this look like stuff I can make a nativity out of?
Oh, that's great. There's a lot of stuff in there you can make a nativity with. I think that'll work really well.
I can make Mary out of this and this. I know she wears blue a lot. I've seen that in pictures. And maybe I can use this. I need something to color with. And this. Let's see what I can make using these materials.
Yeah, I really like how you put that together. And I think she does look brave and courageous. You did a really good job.
Thank you, Jenothy. And you said that there's more to the story?
Yeah, so you remember I showed you those other characters in the story? And one of those other characters is Joseph. So that would be an important person to learn about. And then there was the wise men, and there were even some animals. So, I wonder what Pastor Andy and Peggy are doing. I bet they have an activity that they could share with you and tell you even more about the story.
Oh, I'll call Pastor Andy next.
That sounds great.
Thank you so much, Jenothy.
You're welcome, Angela. I hope it helped. And really, I hope you have a great day. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. Bye, Jenothy.
See you later. Bye.
Hi, Pastor Andy.
Well, hey, Angela, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm fine. What's going on?
Well, I'm trying to figure out a way to celebrate Christmas at home. And I just called Jenothy, and she was telling me about her nativity and how she uses nativities at home. And I was wondering if you have a nativity.
Absolutely. The nativity scene's right beside me. I can show you. It's a beautiful gift I gave to Peggy a long time ago.
I would love to see your nativity.
Well, here it is. All the characters are right here. Do you have a question about any one of the characters?
Yeah, Jenothy was telling me about Mary, but she said that there's more to the story. And I was wondering, what happens next?
Well, what happens next is that Joseph also hears the voice of God from an angel, and he obeys God and takes care of Mary. He wants to be there with her and to provide for her, and so he becomes a very important part of the Christmas story.
And which one is Joseph?
Joseph's right here. He's the one beside the crib, and he's the one who listens for God's voice. An angel comes to Joseph too, and he listens and he responds and he takes care of Mary, going with Mary all the way to Bethlehem.
It sounds like Joseph really cared about Mary.
I think so. I think Joseph may have had a lot of questions too. He may have wondered, why did God want him? And maybe he also wondered, what in the world am I getting myself into? After listening to the voice of the angel, he may have been wondering, gosh, do you really want me, Lord, to do this? And I wonder sometimes if Joseph got confused or if he had worries about following God and his voice. And so those are some questions I've always had about Joseph.
It sounds like you really know this story. Is there any more to it?
Well, sure. Let me share a little bit from the Bible. It always is good to hear what Joseph actually did on that first Christmas. In the time before Jesus was born, there was a young man named Joseph. Joseph was engaged to marry a young woman named Mary. Joseph came from the family of the King David. Joseph learned that Mary was going to have a baby. One day, Joseph had a dream, and in the dream, Joseph saw an angel of God. The angel said, "Joseph, the baby that Mary is having is God's gift to the whole world. Marry her. Name the baby Jesus, Emmanuel, which means God with us." Joseph did marry Mary, and Joseph and Mary obeyed God. That's some of what we learn in the Bible about Joseph. I think he's one of the most amazing people that we come across in the Christmas story, though sometimes he gets kind of put on the sideline, I think. But without Joseph, Mary would have had a very difficult time uh, having the baby Jesus.
Yeah, it sounds like Joseph really listened to God and did as God said.
I think so. I think Joseph is the one who really took a risk and he identified with Mary. I think he also had some problems he may have had to face. Things like being shunned by his friends for taking a woman to be his wife who was really not his wife. And so all these things may have been going through Joseph's mind on that first Christmas.
Wow, Joseph sounds really, really brave. I want to make a Joseph character like the one that you have. Let me see. I got these things from around my house. Oh, I bet I can use this and maybe some markers to make my Joseph.
Those are neat. That's a really cool.
Is there more to this story besides Mary and Joseph?
Oh, there certainly is. There's a lot to the first Christmas. Why don't you call Jake? I'm sure he has some things to contribute as well. There's certainly more to the story.
I will call Jake. Thank you so much, Pastor Andy.
Merry Christmas, Angela.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Hey, Angela.
Hey, Jake.
How's it going?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to worship at home this Christmas. And I've called Pastor Andy and Pastor Jenothy, and they're helping me make a nativity. I was wondering if you have a nativity at your house.
Yeah, I have one right here.
Yeah, can you show me what it looks like?
Sure. A friend of mine hand painted this, so I think that's really cool. I really like how the different guys have different patterns on their heads, like for their hats. It's all the different colors and how they go together, and it sounds a little bit more abstract. Is there anything else you'd like to know about this?
Well, Pastor Jenothy showed me Mary, who was so brave and courageous. And Pastor Andy talked about Joseph, who really listened to God. And they said there's another part to the story, something about the shepherds. Do you know anything about that?
I do, actually. Here's one of the shepherds right here. And the shepherds, on the night that Jesus was born, were just out in the field doing their jobs, just watching over the sheep. And suddenly an angel appeared in front of them and told them to not be afraid. And then more angels showed up, and there was a big bright light. And they were kind of scared, but then the angels told them that Jesus was born and they should go and see him.
Wow, that may have been really, really scary for the shepherds. Can you tell me more about that story?
Yeah, it's from the Bible, and I have that right here. So let me read that for you. Outside of Bethlehem, shepherds watched their sheep on the hills. Suddenly, an angel appeared. The shepherds looked up at the bright night sky. "Don't be afraid," the angel said. "I bring wonderful news. The child God promised was born tonight. The shepherds listened in amazement. The twinkling stars seemed to echo each of the angel's words. The angel continued, "Go to Bethlehem. You will find the child lying in a bed of hay." Suddenly many angels filled the heavens. They sang together, "Glory to God in the highest, and peace to all people on earth." "Let's hurry," one shepherd said. "The angel said the child was born tonight." So the shepherds happily hurried into Bethlehem. I wonder how far the shepherds had to run.
I bet the shepherds ran to Bethlehem really, really fast to go see the new baby.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Well, I would like to make some shepherds like the kind you have, but I only have things that I found around my house. Let's see. I wonder what I can use for them. Oh, I found these spices, and maybe if I turn them around like that, it can kind of look like people. Let's see. What about a shepherd's hook? Oh, I have some candy canes and a crochet hook. So I can put them with them, and then it kind of looks like shepherds. But they also need sheep. Let me see what I have for sheep. I found this stuffing that I use for crafts. Maybe I can make a sheep out of it? Yeah. What do you think about that, Jake?
That's really cool. That's a unique way to make a nativity with just stuff you have lying around the house. That's really creative.
Well, thank you for telling me about the shepherds. Is there anything else to this story that I need to know about?
Well, the story actually isn't finished yet.
Oh, the story's not finished yet? There's still more?
No, we're waiting for the baby to be born, but we don't tell that story until Christmas.
I'll have to wait until tomorrow to hear about that part.
Yeah, that's the mystery of Christmas.
Well, thank you so much, Jake. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Well, here's all the things I could find in my house to make my nativity set. I found this tree with the Christmas decorations. I'm going to put that right there. Mary was full of courage and was brave. I'm going to make Mary out of this. And I've seen paintings where Mary had a scarf on her head, maybe like that. And I've seen her wear the color blue a lot. Maybe we can give her like a headband with this blue color. Let's see. I think Mary would be smiling because she was so excited to meet the baby. That's what my Mary is going to look like. I think I'm going to make Joseph similar to Mary. Let's see, what colors can I use? I'm going to use these colors. Joseph listened to God and really cared about Mary. They must have traveled a long, long way to get to Bethlehem. I'm going to have Joseph wear blue, just like what Mary did. Oh, I forgot one part. I remember hearing that Joseph and Mary took a donkey to Bethlehem with them. I wonder if I can make a donkey out of this potato. I'm not going to eat it. Maybe I have some toothpicks. Let's see if this works. I can make some legs. I think that might be working. And maybe we can even draw a smile. You might look kind of silly as a potato. But that could work as a donkey. And he'll go right there. Oh, I almost forgot that they were in a barn or a stable like what Jenothy showed me. Jake talked about the shepherds. And I'm going to use these spices as shepherds. They kind of look like people to me. And I even have some candy canes and a crochet hook that'll look like a shepherd's hook. Let's see how to make this. I can tape it. There's one shepherd. Here's another shepherd. Oh, but we need sheep as well. I'm going to use this craft stuffing that I found as sheep. The story isn't finished yet, though. We are still waiting for the baby to arrive. We need a bed for the baby. I have some Legos. Let's see if we can make a bed with these Legos. I'm going to put this here. And we want the bed to be nice and soft for the baby. So here is a blanket. My nativity doesn't look exactly like Pastor Jenothy or Pastor Andy's or Jake's. But I like my nativity. I was able to make it out of all different things that I found around my house. And it's really special to me. And now, I get to celebrate and get ready for Christmas tomorrow. I wonder if I can call Pastor Jenothy and Pastor Andy and Jake again, just to say Merry Christmas one more time.
Merry Christmas! It was so great to see you guys. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Take care. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Have a good one! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, guys!
Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the Grace UMC Family Christmas Special. We hope that you're staying safe this holiday season and enjoying time with your family. I hope that you and your family enjoy making your own nativity at home with materials that you can find around your house as you tell this Christmas story. Stay safe and Merry Christmas.